Yo, what's good, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Askis, we've been away for quite some time now, but we are back and we're back with a vengeance with the Mercedes-Benz new generation E-Class, codenamed the W214. And this car is flipping amazing off the bat. We have a new design, opinion splitting, we have new technology, upgraded luxury, new powertrains. There's just a lot to unpack when it comes to this car, which I refer to as the baby S class. And to be honest, I do not know where to begin. But anyway, let's begin at the beginning. Arabate. So, as per usual on the channel, we're going to be starting with the design and styling of this E-Class, which is the AMG Line package, and optional extra, unfortunately. And we're going to start off with the front end design. It's quite unique, it's quite polarizing, it's opinion splitting, but I quite like it. Highlights include this large grille over here with this large Mercedes-Benz logo at the center. We also have these small patent Mercedes-Benz logos in there, and then we also have a 360-degree camera mounted on the center of the grill as well. And at night there's a illuminated grill surround, which gives it that more premium logo, which is more deserving for an E-Class. And then we have some gloss black accents with a mix of chrome accents as well. And then moving over to the lower bumper, we do have this AMG style lower front bumper, and then we have these multi-beam full LED headlights, which are also intelligent and are quite a nifty feature to have, especially when you're going to be driving at night, but we'll touch on that a little bit more later on. And also we do have the sculpted bonnet just to give it that sportier masculine look. So yeah, we do have a sculpted bonnet over there, and of course the Mercedes-Benz badge embedded right there at the center of the bonnet. So yeah, man, this is the front end. Let's go to the profile. So earlier on, you might remember me mentioning that this car is a baby S class. And what I meant by that is because this car is just under 5 meters long. So yeah, she is quite a long lady. With that said, the exact measurements are 4,949 millimeters long. Other highlights include these 21-inch rims, which are an optional extra. In fact, they cost 48,000 rands. Now that's a lot of money on top of all the optional extras that we're going to mention earlier later on. And as standard, they come with 19-inch in size, and then you can also opt for a smaller size, which is 20-inch. But these 21s are the biggest ones you can get. Other design and styling highlights include these contrasting mirror caps in gloss black with integrated LED turn signals and a 360-degree camera once more. And then you do get these gloss black door frames, pop-out door handles, which are also illuminated just to give it that premium vibe, which is once more deserving for an E-Class. And then you do get other design highlights include these sharp creases which start over here and then somewhat fades away and then continues as you get to the edge of the second row door. And then you have a swooping roof line here at the C pillar, which kind of looks like an S class. So hence once more I say it's a baby S class. So yeah, man, with that said, let's check out the rear. Okay, so checking out the rear, the design highlight for me is this three-pointed star Mercedes-Benz logo on these full LED tail lights. Other highlights, once more, you do have this U-shaped uh, rear window, which reminds me of the S-Class again. And then we have a chrome strip running across the tailgate, joining onto the rear fenders. Mercedes-Benz logo as well, E200, and we'll touch on the E200 engine as well. And then moving over to the rear bumper, we have an AMG styled lower rear bumper with this fake exhaust and an integrated cosmetic diffuser. Now, I don't mind these fake exhausts. I know a lot of you, including Matt Watson, would say, fake exhaust, stick of truth, this and that. I really don't. And that's because it's a non-high performance vehicle and it does add to the sporty styling of the E-Class. So yeah, man, I really don't mind it. If it was in an E53 or an E63, then that's where the problem is. But when it's this one, I really don't mind it. And you do have an electric tailgate. All you have to do is swipe your feet under, and then this unveils 450 liters of cargo area, which is massive and is the best in the segment. And then once you lift also this floor cover, you do get your manual, your tire repair kit over here, because there's no spare wheel tire, and there's other battery stuff as well in there. So yeah, and to fold this 40 20 40 split, all you have to do is do that, press that button once more, and then voila, you have a larger cargo area to load larger stuff you'd want to carry. Happy days. Okay, so in a nutshell, what do I think about the design and styling of the new Mercedes-Benz E-Class? Well, I absolutely love it. Love every bit and piece of it. I can't find anything to fault this design and styling of the new 214 Mercedes E-Class. And the trick for me that does it is the front end. I think it does look a lot better than the previous model. You can fight me all you want, but that's my personal opinion. And these 21-inch wheels, they look absolutely amazing. 48,000 rand. Yeah, that's how much these wheels cost. But yeah, man, that's my personal opinion, and I actually think that it does look way much better than the new generation BMW 5 Series. I know a lot of you have been fighting me on the socials saying that it's much better. Hey, man, it looks as subjective at the end of the day, and I think this one looks way much better, and we can go back and forth arguing about it. And yeah, that's my 2 cents. Eh? But you'll tell me if you like this design and styling of the new E-Class or not.
Hello and welcome to the interior of the Mercedes-Benz E-Class. Now, there's a lot to unpack, and most of them it's technology based, but with that you do get upfront on the driver's side, you do get a multifunction steering wheel, which is 3-spoke in design. We have some perforations to help you grip onto it. We have pedal shifters which are metallic, which look and feel great. And yeah, man, everything is just great about it, except for this capacitive buttons that you have here for your media and drive controls. They're a bit of a faff to operate, especially when you're in the move. Now, before it, we do have a digital instrument cluster, which you can configure to your liking. There's various other themes as well, like sport mode, there's classic mode, there's navigation, so on and so forth. And then yeah, you can just go to the home menu and just select whichever one you prefer. And then just before it, we do have a head-up display unit, and which can actually also not only display the speed, it also displays the speed limit. And when you're using the onboard navigation, it will actually show you the map where you need to turn. And it also has an augmented reality feature, so yeah, it's quite a nifty feature which shows you arrows when you need to turn left or right or go straight forward. And let's move over to the centerpiece over here, which is a laptop sized screen which houses the MBUX infotainment system. So let's actually hop into it and look at what we're dealing with here. So this is it. This is the massive screen that you get with the optional super screen feature, which is completely glass panel over here. As you can see, there's also a separate screen for your passenger, but we'll delve into that a little bit later. Let's focus on what this Mercedes-Benz user experience infotainment system is all about. So this is the latest generation. As you can see, you do have quite large buttons or virtual buttons for you to select. And yeah, it also supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I do believe they are wireless. I'll correct myself if they are not. And you do get various other menus and sub menus as well. You can also go to apps, and then you can go to the App Store and download various apps, including Zoom, because we do have an integrated camera over there for you. Maybe let's say your laptop or your tablet batteries are low, and then you have to attend a emergency Zoom meeting, and yeah, you can do that in the comfort of your own car. With that said, there are various other vehicle settings as well. You can go to comfort, and then the seat kinetics, which is sort of like a massage feature, but it's not a massage feature. It actually energizes you. It keeps your body energized when you're traveling for a long distance. You can actually activate it for your passenger and driver, and then you can configure the amount of times that it will remain on. And of course, we have ambient lighting, multicolor or monochrome. I like multicolor. And then there's a nifty effect over here called sound visualization, which will actually flash the lights of the ambient lighting to the beat of the song that you're playing at that particular time. So yeah, I know a lot of you don't like it because this ambient lighting is too much. That's what you guys say. So at least some of you, that's what you say, but for me, I do like it. And yeah, I'll insert a clip of how it looks like at night. It's very, very bright, but luckily you can dial it all the way down to switch it off, because the person who's buying it E-Class is not gonna want a nightclub look and feel inside the expensive 1.8 million rand Mercedes-Benz E-Class. So yeah, with that said, there's other various settings you can control in here to set to your liking for your vehicle, your light system, so on and so forth. So this is basically the MBUX infotainment system. And you might be wondering, what is this 3D button over here? Well, it is another optional extra, and in fact it costs 22,000 rand to have this 3D effect on your digital cluster. Now, as you see, it is enabled. I'm going to, as you can see over here, disable it, and now it's enabled again. You can't really see it on the camera, but it does make a big difference to the look and feel of the digital instrument cluster before you. But I don't think it's worth 22,000 rand, and it actually should be a no cost option or just come as standard. So let's hop over that side and see what we get. All right, for 70,000 rand, this is what you get. You get a completely glass panel over here, and then of course your passenger gets a separate screen, which is basically a copy and paste of what you do get on this side. So you do get the same functions, the same controls, not all of them, but just some of them. You can go to vehicle information and see the G-forces, the acceleration, the braking, so on and so forth. And when they're tired of that gimmicks, they can actually go to YouTube and watch Cars and Pixels SA YouTube videos. There's shorts as well, and then yeah, they can watch the reviews and all of that. So yeah, man, it's quite a gimmicky feature. I don't think it's worth the money. So yeah, this is basically it. Okay, so other highlights include this very comfortable perforated seats. It's ventilated and cooled, so in summer and winter you are catered for. You also get this large panoramic sunroof, and you do get this amazing Burmester 3D surround system with 4D function. And what they mean by 4D function is that passenger and driver seats have speakers integrated into them. So once you enable that feature, it will actually, like, you can feel the bass pumping onto your spine, which gives you like a quantum sound kind of feel. So that's quite a nice feature to have, and the sound system sounds really amazing. I think it's about 30k optional extra. You do get 17 speakers in total, and I think they said 4 exciters or something like that. So yeah, man, it is really worth the money. 30,000 rand, not too shabby. I've seen other Burmester surround systems going like 80k or something. I think it's in the AMG GT63. So yeah, man, this is absolutely worth it. It's a must have. So other noteworthy features include this open pore wood center console over here. I think there are other material choices as well. I think there's a carbon fiber like effect going on, and then this gloss black, which I think is the standard one. But this open pore wood one is the one to get. It really does give it that premium Grootman look, especially when you consider the nameplate is a E-Class and not a C-Class. With that said, once you slide this panel open, you do get 2 USB-C ports. You do get a wireless charging pad as well for compatible smartphone devices, and then 2 cup holders over here which can adjust to the size of the bottle. And then you do get extra 2 USB-C ports at the back, and you do get a separate climate control, dual zone climate control for your rear passengers as well. It is also digital to keep it the whole modern look and feel inside the Mercedes-Benz E-Class. And yeah, man, I am happy with the comfort at the rear. I haven't been spending much time at the back because yeah, I'm the designated driver of this model. But yeah, man, it's fair, nothing to complain about. And yeah, man, that's basically it. Let's hit the road and see how this baby drives.
Okay, so what do we have underneath the bonnet? We have a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine developing a healthy 150 kilowatts and 320 newton meters of torque. Now, because this is a new age Mercedes-Benz, it has an electric motor, which helps it with a bit more power and torque, which is 17 kilowatts and 205 newton meters of torque for a short period of time to help it with performance and improved fuel economy. With that said, it's paired with a 9-speed automatic transmission. And let's hit the road and find out if this baby drives good. Armadze.
Later, and welcome to the driving impressions of the Mercedes-Benz E200. Let me just buckle up. There we go. Hit reverse. And one thing that is impressive, of course, I did mention it, is the graphics on the center display screen. Yeah, the camera also, the quality is top notch, and there's a 360-degree function. If you remember, I did mention it quite a few times that it does have that feature, so you can actually see all around the car. So with that said, there's also a hefty driver assistance system called rear cross traffic alerts. So there are hedges on both sides of my parkway, or yeah, and when reversing I cannot really like see what's coming on either side, on the left and the right hand side. So it does give me a warning, and if I do not brake, it will brake for me, just to avoid a collision with an oncoming car or a person who's just walking by. So yeah, that's quite nifty. So let's talk about the engine. The E200 uses, of course, I did mention, a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo petrol engine. The power and torque outputs on paper might not sound like a lot, but yeah, it is sufficient power and torque to carry this car. I mean, this car is quite heavy. Not sure how much it weighs, but I'm sure I'll find out for you guys and put it somewhere there on the screen. Yeah man, it carries this car well, and it's paired perfectly with a smooth shifting 9-speed automatic transmission. And this car, I've been averaging about 9.9 liters per 100 kilometers, which is a lot. But with that said, it is a petrol engine, and there's another engine. It's a diesel engine, also a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel, and I think that's the one you should go for. This petrol engine doesn't have much range as well. The range, they claimed 917 on a full tank, and yeah, no, you do not get anywhere close to that on a full tank. The best I managed was around 700 kilometers, which is quite fair. But yeah, with a diesel engine, you'll get a better fuel consumption as well as better range. I think you can get close to like 1,100 kilometers on a full tank if you're driving carefully. So yeah man, also the fuel consumption, I think you will get close to around 5 liters per 100 kilometers. So the E220D is the engine to go for. And another thing that's really impressive about this particular Mercedes-Benz E-Class is the suspension. It has a specific air suspension which just creates a perfect driving experience, especially on the highway. You'll just waft along in perfect silence. The suspension is very compliant. It's actually very commendable. And yeah, I'll just give a description of what Mercedes-Benz calls it right there. And yeah man, it is quite commendable. And it also has a rear axle steering. This car is quite long, as I did mention earlier on, so with rear axle steering you can maneuver this car in tight parking spaces with very relative ease. And yeah, it actually just makes a big difference. And it also helps when you just want to drive spiritedly and you just come across bends or corners. It actually does turn the rear wheels at a specific angle, at a specific speed as well. So yeah man, kudos to Mercedes-Benz on that part. It really does help me a lot, quite a few times. So perfect. So the E-Class has a plethora of driver assistance systems. Many of them, like you do get blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control. There's a whole list of things. I can actually go through them here. Traffic sign assist, traffic light view, collision avoidance, so on and so forth. It's just a lot, and thankfully most of them you can actually switch off if you find them intrusive, but they really aren't intrusive like the ones that you get in some Chinese cars. Yeah, it's not really intrusive at all, and it doesn't hamper the driving experience. And you remember that I was talking about the multi-beam LED headlights? Yeah, they do really make a big difference. They're an optional extra. They do cost a fair bit amount of money, and then they just add to the overall price, the exorbitant price of this E-Class. But yeah, with those specs, it really helps you at night when you're traveling in a dark place and then there's a car oncoming and then you have your high beams on. You do not have to switch them off manually. It will actually blind the high beam on the right hand side, and then it will continue with the high beam on this left hand side, and just to help you see at night. So it does really make a big difference, and it's a bit of a nice gimmick to have, just to show off to your friends that, hey, look at what my car can do. But anyway, this is the E-Class. There's no showing off here. The owner will probably won't care a damn about just showing off. So, and another thing that's also worth mentioning is, because this one has an air suspension, it is quite low as well. So once you are approaching a speed hump, so you have to approach it with caution, just like a stance car. It quite reminds me of the new current generation C Class, the W206. It is low, like you have to approach a speed hump like a stance car. Like I'm approaching a speed hump now, I have to really reduce my speed and just take it easy because I don't want to be scraping the front bumper or any of the bits underneath the body. So yeah man, it is quite low. Air suspension, it actually lowers itself once the wheels are straightened and you are just parked. The reason why it does that is to make it easier for you to enter and exit the vehicle, but once you are moving, it will actually rise up by a few centimeters just to help with the driving experience and aerodynamics and so on and so forth. So thought I might mention that to you guys.
So, in a nutshell, there's literally very little to fault the Mercedes-Benz E-Class. Everything about this car I actually love, from design to the interior, ambient lighting, the premium, the look and feel. Everything is almost just perfect. Even the way it drives and the fuel economy, everything about it is just perfect. The only thing that's holding this car back is its pricing. Just under 1.8 million rand for this particular model with all the optional extras, which are priced ridiculously, I know. And yeah, that's the pricing. It's just not the one. But if you're looking for a base E200 AMG line, you're looking at paying just above 1.4 million rand. But once you start taking those optional extras, that's where you'll have to fork out a lot of money. 1.8, guys. How fun. Ow.